Cleaning gets a pretty boring reputation. People act like a clean room calms you because it looks nicer or because it proves you became a disciplined adult for 11 heroic minutes. Cute story. The stronger reason is simple. Your brain gets fewer alarms. You can still have the same deadlines, the same bills, the same awkward message sitting unread because opening it somehow feels like defusing a bomb with your thumb. Then you clear the floor. You throw away the trash. You make one surface usable and the room feels easier to live in. The big problems are still there. The rent has not lowered itself out of respect for your fresh laundry, but your mind gets a different signal from the space. The room says there are fewer surprises, fewer reminders, fewer things to handle. One mind decides whether cleaning calms anxiety or feeds it. Keep that in your pocket. Cleaning helps when it sends you back to the real problem with a steadier brain. Your eyes never walk into a room and politely say, "Nice place, very neutral." They pick up signals. Clothes on the chair, a plate on the desk, a cable curled across the floor, a bag by the door that has been there so long it pays emotional rent. Everything you can see enters your attention system. You can tell yourself you are ignoring it. Your brain still has to sort it out. That sorting uses energy. In 2011, brain scientists at Princeton, led by Sabine Kastner, found that when several things sit in your view, they fight for space in the part of the brain that handles sight. Put simply, when more stuff is visible, your brain has more stuff fighting for the front seat. That is why a messy desk can make a small task feel strangely heavier. The task itself may be simple. Open the laptop. Write the paragraph. Send the file. The room is talking too. Clean the space and you turn the volume down. The mind feels less crowded because the eyes have fewer objects asking for a tiny piece of attention. Mess also means something. A dirty cup is a tiny job with a handle. It says, "Wash me." Laundry on the floor feels like a small, soft complaint. The random paper stack says, "There is probably something important in here. Good luck finding it." That is why clutter can feel heavier than normal stuff your eyes notice. It reminds you of choices you put off. Some objects are simple. A pencil is a pencil. Other objects come with a task. Return this. Wash that. Sort these. Reply soon. Your brain pays attention to unfinished business because unfinished tasks stay active in your mind until you deal with them or clearly set them aside. Psychologist Bluma Zygarnik noticed this almost a century ago after waiters seemed to remember unpaid orders better than finished ones. The modern room version is less fancy and it has more socks. When every corner holds a half-finished task, your brain feels like life has too many open tabs. Cleaning closes a few of them. Even small closed tasks count. Now add the older part of attention. For most of history, people lived in places where the unknown could matter. A sound in tall grass, a blocked path, a shadow where the ground should be clear. Your brain can spend energy checking something before it decides there is danger. That explains a lot. A messy room can cause the same checking habit today in a harmless way. You know there is no tiger under the hoodie pile. Probably. But the pile still hides things from view. The floor has stuff in the way. The desk has areas you cannot read fast. The drawer is open. The chair is blocked. The corner has a mystery pile, and now you step around it like a museum thief. Your attention keeps checking the room because the room is hard to guess. This is the ancient scanner analogy. The brain likes clear lines, open exits, empty surfaces, and objects that stay where they should, which is a fancy way of saying your charger needs one home and should stop taking spiritual retreats. A clean room calms you because the next few seconds are easier to guess. You can see where to walk. There is a clear place to sit. Your keys are where they should be, or at least the crime scene is smaller. When things are easy to guess, your brain checks less. It also feels less pushed to choose. In a messy room, even small actions can feel like a little debate. Where does this cup go? Where can the laptop sit? Can you use that chair? Or is it now a home for clothes? The room makes you answer tiny questions before you do what you came to do. A clean room takes away a lot of those little debates. The surface is open, so the notebook goes there. Floor is clear, so your body can move without planning each step. The bed is made, so the room has one clear reset point. The relief feels emotional because the brain reads prediction as safety. It has less to check, so you feel more settled. No mirror pep talk needed, like some nervous cartoon president. Stress feels worse when the problem is fuzzy, huge, or out of your hands. A deadline can feel huge. A fight with someone can feel hard to read. Money stress can feel huge and hard to read at the same time, which is rude behavior for money. Cleaning gives your brain a smaller problem it can see. Take out the trash. Clear the floor. Open up one surface. That is the system. It works because every step has a start, an action, and proof. You pick up the bottle goes away, and the floor changes. You fold the sweater, and the chair becomes a chair again. You wipe the desk, and now it looks ready for one task instead of your whole emotional history. Seeing progress gives you agency again. Agency means your brain gets proof that your choices still change something. Darby Saxby and Rena Rapetti at UCLA found that people who called their homes cluttered or unfinished had more stress-linked cortisol patterns across the day. Plain version, your home can keep your body braced. Clean one area, and your body gets proof that the room can change when you do something. Anxiety often fills you with energy, but gives it nowhere clear to go. Your chest feels busy. Your hands want a job. Your mind keeps running around the same problem, which might be the worst workout ever made. Cleaning gives that energy somewhere to go. You see the mess. You do something. The room gets better. Your brain gets a small reward. That order is simple, and simple helps when your thoughts feel tied in knots. That is why people clean before studying, before sleeping, before making a hard call, or during a life crisis at midnight when the spice cabinet suddenly becomes the bad guy. The job keeps your body busy while your mind cools off. Do it enough, and cleaning can become a steady way to calm yourself. Trash out. Floor clear. One space open. The goal is to get one clear win fast, then use that calmer feeling for the next thing. But if the ritual grows until it blocks the next thing, the ritual has started charging rent. The room also teaches future you what to do next. A clean desk makes work easier to start because the first move is clear. Sit down. Open the laptop. Use the empty space. A messy desk gives you a job before the real job, and that is where a lot of good plans go to take a nap. The same thing happens with sleep, exercise, cooking, and studying. A made bed can tell your brain the room is fresh. A clear floor can make stretching feel possible. A clean counter can make cooking feel less annoying than ordering costly food while acting like the delivery fee is helping you grow as a person. The room turns into a cue system. Objects tell your brain which mode to use. When the guitar is easy to see, practice feels closer. When the running shoes are by the door, moving takes less effort to start. When the desk is clear, your attention has fewer ways out. You shape behavior by shaping the first step. Future you loves fewer steps. Future you is lazy and honestly, same. The deepest layer is identity. People rarely see a messy room as a few things in the wrong place. You see it as proof of what kind of person they are. I am lazy. I am behind. I cannot handle things. The room starts to feel like a trial. You are the judge, the lawyer, and the tired person on the stand. Cleaning can feel powerful because, for a little while, it changes the story. A clear surface says, I can handle one part of my life. A made bed says, I can make a fresh start. An empty floor says, I can move again. That relief is real, but the last part matters. Cleaning helps when it sends you back to the real problem with a calmer brain. It feeds anxiety when it becomes the place where you hide from the real problem. So use this small system. Take out the trash. Clear the floor. Keep one surface open. Then send the email, start the work, have the conversation. The room feels safe enough for life to keep going. That sentence is the whole limit. Cleaning can turn down the noise in your body. The unpaid bill is still there. The awkward reply is still waiting. The project still needs your hands. Your room may look calm while your inbox sits there like a tiny Wi-Fi villain. And that matters because your brain loves feeling progress. It can mix up moving around with moving forward. You wipe the counter and fix the pillows. Then, you reorganize a drawer that was honestly doing nothing wrong. For a few minutes, you feel in control. Good. That feeling matters. But when the real task keeps getting pushed away, cleaning turns into a hiding spot. The other problem is perfect control. If your calm depends on the room staying perfect, one mug on the desk can feel personal. That is, when the room turns into another boss. The useful kind gives your nervous system room to come back. Enough calm to think. Enough order to choose the next move. Take out the trash. Clear the floor. Open up one surface. Then, the life part has to start. So the goal is a reset you can finish before your brain runs out of energy. Start with trash, because trash gives you the quickest sign that the room is changing. Clear the floor, because moving around tells your body the space is yours again. Open up one surface, because one usable desk or table gives the next important thing a place to happen. A clean room feels safer because it stops tiny things from pulling at your attention. Less stuff in your eyes. Fewer unfinished things. More proof that one choice can change the space right in front of you. That is why one small clean spot can matter more than a perfect room. The best room is often the room that makes the next real action easier. The email gets written, the homework starts. The conversation happens. Your brain can skip the marble counters and the candle that smells like financial stability. It wants a clear sign that the world nearby makes sense and is partly under your control. Trash out. Floor clear. One surface open. Cleaning gives you control again when it points you back toward life. It makes anxiety worse when it helps you avoid life with a shinier floor.